The idea of doing shadow government is to get people equipped with the knowledge of what is governance. Because now we are giving information to the government and giving information to the donors themselves. Is it working or is it not working? So it's not about demarketing anybody. Why not demarketing anybody? And Mr. Peter, for example, used to tell me that some people that are his friends that are in government, now if they see him, you run away from him, it's like click.
Why?
Because they don't want anybody to snap them and send to the main man. Then say, oh, you are now conniving with my enemy. Remove them. And this one is a system that everybody linked to government. People eat food by being close to government. So nobody wants to lose his privilege, including religious leaders and traditional leaders. Let me tell you what Dele Momodu said about Aswaju. He said, I will forgive Tinubu for anything he's doing and I will not talk. But the only thing that makes me very angry is that because he is cracking down on people opposing him and also jailing reporters. He said, I was activist with him. They're supposed to be the number one people that enjoy this government because he come in the platform that we at the Nadeko, we fought the military. So his action are not supposed to look like the military. So in Kenya, for example, opposition is an office. Anybody that comes second, they give him office of the opposition leader. And there is budget attached to that office. And they give him Ministry of Interior to be the office under opposition leader. In UK, this shadow government we are talking about are sponsored by British government so that they can criticize the government and get themselves ready. So that tomorrow, if this government collapses, immediately they take off government and continue. In South Africa, the person that now work together with ANC now to put up this government, he is the Minister of Agric. All of us in Nigeria, we agree that subsidy is a fraud. But intelligent person will first do what? Let us see those people that are stealing with their subsidy. But you don't enter, you don't see them, you say you don't remove them. So who do you hide? Those people, where are they today? After 2 years. They say 90% of that subsidy is fraud. Who are the fraud? Who are those who are doing fraud? Who are they paying? They say they are doing recycle and some empty vessels used to go around and they pay them. Who is paying them? It's not from Nigerian account that they are paying them. It's not another account they put the money inside. That account, person know they, person know withdraw.
Updates with Precious.
Thank you so much, Mr. Big Tent. I happy well as you follow Sudan. So what would you do here? Would they talk to Nigerians about things we get to do with the growth and development of the country as it concerns politics, economy, all those big talk where we say people they look and like say that baby grammar they use talk and because of that they need to get interest. So would they try to break them down if possible so that people go feel understand them well. So don't mind me if I speak it in English too much. Thank you. Okay. And welcome to the show. So I say make I invite you because the other time I see you they talk about something we get to do. First of all, you talk about 7.2 million man protest.
Yes.
Secondly, you talk about shadow government. People come they say which kind big grammar this one them. First they say people like say get big ambition. No, you not talk 500,000 man match. You not talk 1 million man match. You go a whole 7 million man match. Then you want to raise a whole 7 million people. Then they come protest against something. Why your ambition? Why your ambition too much like this?
The thing is very annoying. You understand? They tell us democracy is the best form of government. And we all key into it. Okay. We said we don't like all these military regimes. I said we want... and in 1999, we set up these things. And then we're supposed to see, okay, this is our vision. We want Nigeria to be this, to be that at the end of so years. But look at us, 25 years after. And nothing is working. We are getting poorer.
So you blame this particular administration?
No, at all. It's not a system. I'm just against the system. I see we're supposed to carve this democracy so that it will suit the system that we have here. For example, we are multi-party,
No vex. Make I just break and down. No vex here, and my work with that. So say we suppose patch our democracy according to our style. That is the way according to the fabric material we get. The way we go fit us. Make we no go wear fabric we big pass our body.
Exactly, preachers.
Now democracy we big pass our body.
We come say we get big people, then we come show something very small. We are back at the show where we do okay. That's the problem. I said, okay, this democracy that you see, 1999, when we are jumping into this one, okay, it's a presidential system that we want to do. How are we going to make sure that the constitution and the system we are bringing is going to protect the masses against the elite? Because the first thing that we are asking for democracy is to save us against the military. So that means we're supposed to set up a system that work for us. And this system, we said, okay, it's a democracy. It has three arms. We have the judiciary, we have the legislators, and we have the executive. And these three of them supposed to live independently. This one, they have their own president, who is the chief judge. This one, they have their own president, who is the president of the Senate. This one have their own president, who is the president that we elected. And the two dissent are all elected into the system. So the reason why we say we are going to match, we're supposed to see them not working together in terms of being police to cheat the masses of the country. We want them to see them together in trying to bring out the dividend of democracy to Nigerians. But what we see them doing from 1999 to date is that they try to start to shape themselves into a system that works for them. Since the inception of the pardon, we see governance now become more lucrative than people going to business. We see somebody that is just in 1999, he's not even having a scooter, goes into a state assembly or national assembly. Before he knows, he has 10 houses, 20 vehicles, he has godsons, he has thugs, he has money with him. Then he blocked any other person from coming to become who he's going to be. If you look at maybe the areas that I'm coming from, like in Sokoto, in Zamfara, in Kebbi, all the players of 1999 are still the players today, nominating senators, nominating speakers at the state level, nominating ministers to go to the federal. So
like I said, the government just
run
around
around some just new people. So our decisions are okay. The idea is for us to send representatives to Abuja, like in the 80s that we send representatives to Lagos. They're supposed to go there and do the bidding of their own people. But what I've said is clearly, they are not answerable to their people. So that's why the questions come. Okay, if these people are not listening to anybody, we will mobilize these people that send them to Abuja, so that we come all of us to Abuja and say, like for example, you send somebody to buy you Gary or to buy you this thing for mama, somebody there, and the guy don't refuse come, bring you back your money, and you don't see that person. What you go do? You can't go there and find out what happened. Where you gonna hide? Why you now? Because you are there for me. Let me send you. You don't go yourself. Because if you go, today I can't just carry myself go National Assembly say, I be Ibrahim Abdukarim, I'm coming from Sokoto, just give me one seat. Nobody will listen to me. But I have to go through a process that people will now select me and say I should go. Those people that say you should go, you're supposed to go there and represent them and protect them. So if, for example, somebody that is Zamfara and his locality has been uprooted by this bandit and Boko Haram, they kill everybody from his side, he cannot go to his farm. If he hear my call, Precious, you follow me, we'll go Abuja. Because the person when you send go Abuja is not reporting to the president, he's not reporting to anybody that his house now in Zamfara is no more. He has his family with the bandit. So I'm calling those kind of people. I say, come more go Abuja, more go sit down for Abuja. The president now sees Korokoro say, yes, true. The sufferance way with the suffer, these people are not telling him the truth. It's the same thing with people happening in what's happening in Oshun and in Ikiti. These are the things because the president is the president is the commander-in-chief. He controls the armed forces. The same thing that is happening in Plateau and the villages in Plateau. And we see them happening in Niger, see them happening in Benue. So these are, if people like we sit down here and say, who will follow him? Who will follow them to who is organizing? We are organizing people to have the voice. We cannot continue to represent them.
I know. See, you want organize people. I want to ask you, see, people go say, why for President Bola?
No, it's not about Bola Tinubu.
Why now?
You see me na labor person, no. I'm not follow Buhari come. I no follow Atiku come. I no follow anybody come. Because if you want to do conversation based on tribe or person from your side or no side, you will end up spending the whole of your time not thinking of anything. It's a Yoruba person buying bread cheaper. You see, is that when I'm talking about security, did I mention Oshun? Did I mention Ekiti? Is the president not coming from Oshun? Is not the same thing happening in Lagos? Is it those people in Port Harcourt? So this is what politicians have bought in the whole media platform. The whole media people, any other person, that's our complaint. That's why I say if we go there with people to sit down, now you know go ask them that question. Because that person will go ask them, say, why? Because of Buhari. He'll beat somebody from that place. Because he's talking about his family that is with bandits or with kidnappers. He's talking about his family that is not eating food. So it's not somebody that's going to tell him. So what has to do with it? From beginning, I told you from 1999. I said I made my introduction very well so that nobody will cut me say it's because of Tinubu, because of anybody. That's why clearly I said it clearly.
And
from 1999.
I ask you that question too because I won't make you answer and well. Maybe people not think because
now from 1990, the politicians has messed up the system right from time. People from nobody, from nothing, from zero, become strong people. And I gave you an example of my state. I say Sokoto, the people that are there from 1999, governor and deputy governor, for example, Bafarawa and Adu Magatakada, they are still the one putting who is going to be the next governor. In Sokoto, Yerima is still participating. Today in the news, you see Aleru and these KB people, all of them go to Mr. President. They say the announcement of moving from PDP to APC is going to be announced on Tuesday. We saw them on the television. We saw Yari. We saw all the faces that are there. The people that cannot give people security in their own area, they are still, why are they there? For example, Katsina, president comes to Katsina, but the governor put up a bill, but he said Katsina back or if that's mean nothing, Katsina is okay. And they sang and he said, I was entertained. What is leadership? Leadership is looking at those leaders and telling them the truth. Telling them the truth. If you can't tell them the truth, then you now stick to your religion or you stick to your tribe. Then at the end, they will be milking us. Because at that level, nobody is negotiating based on tribe. Or if you bring the list of people that are going to FCC now, you'll see them. Fully charactered commission. Every religion, as per stealing people's money, everybody's name, you'll be seeing them there. But when it comes to national politics,
So wait. So everybody don't see whether Muslim,
everybody
Christian.
they see.
If I'm
At that
not
moment,
traditional
at
people,
that
everybody
moment,
don't see.
they are good friends. They are the same team. They win together. But when you come to the masses, then they will now divide you. You say, now I told somebody. He said, why are you not supporting Atiku? I say, if Atiku become president tomorrow, they will say, why are you now? It's your brother. Allow him to finish his term. Why don't you do this thing during Buhari or during Tinubu? So now anything that we are talking about now, if it's happened to be Peter Obi, then the same people will now say, no, allow Peter Obi to continue killing us. He can make the price of petrol to be double, not be 1,500 as Abdukarim. Men carry on to that 3,000. When Anini was stealing, or when so person is doing something, nobody give him any connotation of which tribe or religion is he coming from. We give him that type of a criminal, and we catch him as a criminal, and we punish him as criminals.
Updates with Precious.
But let's even look at the ideal situation. What do you think, say, the ordinary Nigerian supposed deserve get from government? You know, say if person no understand what's in the miss, you know, know why you go fight for that thing when they miss. You understand? But if people understand what's in the miss for good governance, then they go fight for that good governance. So what's in the things when Nigerians they miss for good governance, where they know they get?
We are not even getting anything. As we are getting zero. Let me tell you, not because the primary objective of government, why say people agree say government will be, is to protect life and property for the welfare of Nigerians. Carry constitution, read them, not even talk them. They say for us to allow people to have this president seat, this one be governor, this one national assembly, this one minister, this one chief of army staff. Formation of government, the primary purpose of formation of government is for the welfare and well-being of Nigerians, for the protection of lives and property. Let me give you a good definition. If you see a minister of health, his work is to make sure all the health indices and apparatus are working so that man, young person, woman giving birth, everybody survive, get good health care. That's work. If you see minister of works, you say, what do you go for? But that one is to make sure the roads are motorable and bridges are okay.
The roads are car worthy, not our cars being road worthy.
Yes. You get what I'm saying? Then when you go back to, we say, Minister of Water Resources, people need water to survive. He's still protecting life and property. If you see Minister of Budget, he's doing Minister of Finance. If you see any component of government is established strongly to protect lives and property, including the judiciary and the legislators. So it's supposed to be,
because if life better for the people, they don't.
That's what is country. That's what is country. So the whole of the beginning of democracy circle around a conversation on how somebody, a Nigerian, will live happily, will live as a person with dignity. Precious, you have to live with dignity. Let me ask you something.
As they talk dignity now, I don't imagine people they rush bag of rice and grain of rice.
That's mean dignity. So even if you call your sister today and say, my sister, please, I need rice. My house will not get rice. You have already lived that dignity. Now you expose yourself. Once you call your brother and say, please pay school fees for my children, life of dignity has already lived you. The sense of government is for you to create that life and you feel comfortable living around your peers and friends. You shoulder high, living a life of yourself and protecting your own family. That's what government is supposed to give to us. So if I sit down to start mentioning what government is not doing, the only thing I will do is that I will pick anybody on the street and just put it on this table. Bam! I say, Precious, look at this man. Did he look like person way in government touch? Because person way government touch, if you stand for Abuja, go see them now, they look good. They look happy. You see their hands. Even if you shake them, you don't say this one, government don't touch them. If you see person in Nigeria where government no touch them, you go see him, you know, say, government no touch them.
He show for
face. He go smell. He go look weak. He's looking sick. He's looking even retarded. Like say, his mindset no joke. No be madman, no. Now just Nigeria no touch am. Government no touch am. Don't just the thing. So the idea of governance is for you to touch people and give people hope, so that even if that you no reach me, see this my son where they go school, you see am for here, the way their own parents were before. Because some of them, 90% of them, they are children of nobody.
Remind me somebody wey answer P2B yesterday. Oh, the person answer P2B yesterday talk say P2B they make mount. They talk say he do something. Say him. If they talk about project, say make you talk about him. We build the world's African best stadium. And people say, excuse me, stadium where you name after yourself. That is, you use state money build them. They name them after yourself. and all of this. But Mr.
Not even that. Go carry that stadium, put them for ground. Go bring people we build them. Ask them how much were they giving, how much they return. Now we no talk that. No just keep quiet. No talk that one. That one did that side. Leave them. But we know people where they no be nobody. They are nobody. Like the best way they talk. Shoe, get. His first time of climbing. Now NYC can't come up from a village, from where he live to start in the world. He went to Lagos with nothing. Today he's presiding over, talking like he don't know what he's saying. But we are not going to talk about them because they are not our issues today. Our issue is that that poor person that is in their need of governance, so that he will become something. So that even if he didn't get it today, at least tomorrow. Look at China. Most of the people that suffered to build China in the 70s and in the 80s. Look at now today, their children. The man will give book in primary school, teaching them to love China and to be good. Look at where China is today. See, development.
So you don't get to be the son of somebody, but to be somebody.
Development is intentional. It's not fluke. No government anywhere in the world by fluke they become what they want to be. No, some people plan. They put up something. They put up education as a forefront for them to get out of where they want to go to. No matter how many roads you build, no matter how many stadiums you build, if you didn't build human capacity, you build real people that will ask questions. Why I'm here, I'm talking because I go school. If I not go school, I not go talk here. I will not even know what is governance. I don't know what I'm missing. So our own is that this enlightenment where you do for this kind of program, where I like them very, very well, where you go break them for people. This is what you will do, and this is your calling, and God will reward you for what you are doing. Because you don't know how many people they hear where they listen to us now. They now be charged. They now understand, say, this government is now us now. Why are they using us versus them? Nobody is them. Nobody can be president without us. If there is nobody in Nigeria, we didn't vote anybody, nobody can go on that seat. So it's not for him to buy yacht. It's not for him to go and get a befitting, as he said, an aircraft for himself, or an Escalade for himself. The idea is that immediately you come.
No, we will soon change the Escalade to innocent motors because we are prioritizing Nigeria.
It's a lie. That's the problem they were telling people. See, government, if they want to do something, they don't have to come and talk because people are looking at their actions.
Updates with Precious.
The video where I watch you, pay me well. Not vex to say they bring up that video. So, if an old man with about 94 to 99 years old, why give a testimony for a church? Not vex I bring church. And he give that testimony, talk, say, when he be say, in being they grow up, say, a free education in do, under Ahmadu Bello. Now, because say, how Sir Ahmadu Bello use, you can say, how Sir Ahmadu Bello use get the money where he gets to use offer free education for anybody who ready to go university at that time. Which kind of money you get that time? Where this president's government, they no fee get now, where they go use offer free education for their people. To the level of tertiary institution, to the level of even tea, food, pocket money, everything are free. So I want to do the same thing for people of Western Nigeria. Remember, how is it that those governments they feed do those things then for their people then? Then when people will never get oil, remember that time, oil money
Precious,
never get
selfless service. Selfless service. These are people. Sardona died. He didn't leave one house. One. You know your house anywhere. He was the premier.
Not of that now. Now you talk of house.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's selfless service. Those people understand that we are there on trust for the people, and we are there to deliver, and we want our legacy to follow our names after we die. So they come in eyes open to help those that cannot help themselves, and they have not discriminated anybody based on religion, tribe, or origin. They just want us to be human beings. They just want us to be human beings and compete everywhere in the world. Somebody used to tell us that the only country that is not working for Nigerians is Nigeria. If you see Nigerians even in Ghana, even in Benin, Even we don't talk about you see Nigerians in US or in Europe, in any other dispensation or any this of life that you see them in NASA, you see them all in Silicon Valley, doing well, commanding companies and being big CEOs. And you can see them even in Nigeria. They are wise enough. But the system of divide and rule, the system of weaponizing poverty so that at least we keep them voting them into the system by giving us peanuts, that's the mentality of not only to say a Nigerian thinking or mindset, but it's like an African black person mindset. You just want to be on top of everybody. That papa that make that call and make that conversation, that's people that are 60 years and above today.
I said this man are 90-something years old.
They started, that's why I say from 60 years now and above. Anybody that is 60 years, they pass through those university, meal ticket, free, blah, blah.
Politicians right now pass through
let me tell you what I call them. Me and my friend, we call them wasted generation.
Oh.
They wasted the whole country. They wasted the opportunity. They waste everything. They now become people that just have like mindset for who they are and what their children will be. So taking their children to school is not because they want their children to be professionals, but they want their children to escape poverty as they escape poverty. So they now bring what is called escapism into the system. Everybody just want to escape so that I will not go to that LEA that is dilapidated. I can now afford a private hospital. So once I can afford a private hospital, who cares?
The rest of the world can go.
So I have a car. I don't go to motor park. So who cares? I can go to supermarket. I don't have to go to local market to buy tomato. So who cares?
Hell.
So what they do is that once I escape from the Nigeria happening to me, so I just feel God has blessed me. The churches take this mantra and run with it and start doing preaching prosperity. The mosques took the same line and now preach prosperity.
Honorable, quench that mic. No, enter that business.
So now to Islam, for example, it's not about shouting Allah Akbar and killing people, but doing things that will benefit the society. Because if you go back to your prophet, for example, for Prophet Muhammad, that's what he lived all his life for. If you go back to Jesus, it's the same thing. So if you call yourself a clergyman, the first thing, religion person, what religion comes to do to anybody, religion? I said, the religions come to bring the best of character to a human being.
Okay, so Mr. Ibrahim,
so you can't be a good religious person or going to church, but you're still hurting people.
Not true.
That means the religion is not beneficial to you.
Okay, so you don't try to explain, say, on I go meet people one by one and look for a way to sensitize people, just as I ask you a question, because I really did wonder how on I go fit use raise the whole 7.2 million people to carry go Abuja. Another thing that how on I won't use move all of them enter Abuja. Where be the space for Abuja with 7.2 million people go day? That thing would be possible.
They will know.
Say, I talk as if I told you. You don't think
let me tell you how these criminals work in their lives. Is it possible somebody to come to your car and open your car and take your car and run away with it? It's not possible. What did that man do? Because he wants to steal your car, he made that impossible. So what we are saying here is that we don't see things as when they are possible that we do them. Anywhere how we go enter, let me tell you how we go enter. Let me tell you, if we decide to bring 7 million, then 10 million can enter. We achieve it. If we decide to bring 7 million, 1 million enter, we achieve it.
Now the attempt.
You understand? So your own is just put off your plan. We have 774 local government. We are going to meet up people and talk to them and tell them what we're supposed to do. And we want everybody to come at his own pace. So we are not going to say, "Pam, everybody will be there." No, let's see a caravan of people.
Okay. No, you don't talk that one. You don't talk that one. I like as you talk about sharp before we enter shadow government. Before we enter shadow government, a caravan of people where they come, right? The last time this election happened for inside this country, where protests happened for inside this country, they charge children, minors for treason. What you wanna go do? We go make sure say bad people where be say say now this country now I don't see say people there where they send to protest against the people where they protest for good government. So in case they bring people now or somehow bad protesters come join them together, come cause katakata among them. What you wanna they do to make sure say
that's why Precious. That's why I no call. That's why I no call 7 people. That's why I no call 17 people. That's why I no call 70 people. That's a 7 million. How many people they go? Let's compete us. Number day. Once you have to be wise enough to think
but you know if you say once they just kill one person, 2 people, others no go wrong. That be the problem. You know, so Nigeria, everybody wants to go heaven, but nobody wants
that's why I see in the medieval. Let me tell you, go to history. Go and see how countries fought during those days. They just don't come 7 people, 5 people. They will mobilize army so that if you hear the footstep of them coming, the kingdom will fall before that person does reach. Let me tell you,
Yay.
nobody will stay. Let me tell you, nobody will stay trying to organize talk to come and beat you. If you see 2,000, 10,000 people coming from Zampara, 20,000 coming from Kogi, 17,000 coming from so place, you see the caravan that you see these people will sit down here, they sleep today, they are going to Abuja. Apart from those that carry their motor, those don't work out in Abuja, people are sleeping on the street. You know the chaos. They must listen to those people. They must answer what those people are asking them. And they must make sure at least people will have, even if it's 10% of governance, that now they are getting 0.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to shake body for somebody to now look at and say, no, I will not do this to you. But now, the way they talk, the way they take the eye all of us, and they say we cannot do anything. They even they talk up. What do you go do? Jet, I buy the jet. What do you go do?
Like we can't
I buy jet without budget. I buy jet without budget. What do you go do? Pictures.
Now,
I give 15. I feed 15 trillion contract for Coastal Road. What do you go do? I know you know the budget. I go on. What do you go do? National Assembly. I say change National Assembly. Change up. What do you go do?
Yay.
So that's what they are saying to our face. What do I go do? If I want third term, I will do third term 3 times. You know, go do anything. National Assembly give my pocket.
This one's serious, so.
So that's the conversation. So don't tag yourself on around the number. It's called metaphor. Don't tag yourself. Now 7 million people go dash come. No, that's not that. If you are doing election, how many people they say? They say we are going for election. They say registered voters 94 million. When we finish election, how many people vote all of them now? 20 million.
At the end of the day, it's very
so that's why just calm down. Politics is politics.
So how soon this process will happen?
No, it's not now. We just announce what can happen if these people continue not to listen to us.
Okay.
Then between that time and what we want to do, we now shift in and put up a shadow government so that these things that we talk, more talk them with facts. So that's if you do shadow government, people will now see koro. The thing we go carry them come Abuja.
So you know, as you talk shadow government, be like saying a grammar where you make a try explain to people, make them understand that. Is it like copy government? Abi, copy government. If you get minister of power here, maybe Tinubu bring minister of power for your own side.
That one we say the one where Tinubu come, we say 150 million Nigeria get light.
Calm down.
So now we go carry our own minister of power. We say now let me give
statistics with that.
I will not know that. That's what we said. So now he said that one. He come to open. He said he's reporting a report card of Ministry of Power. That's what he talk about. Now they are being talk about. So now we get minister, our own minister of
power.
Power.
So why
shadow government?
Yeah. So why Tinubu on the talk say 150 million people 9 get light? Then maybe your own talk say according to World Bank, over 40% of Nigerians never still see light before they no get light. They'll come balance the.
No, not that one, myself. Not that one. Now our own because we get time for strata.
Okay.
Then we go bring evidence. We go bring people where they say, me, I did go in power. This is the number of hours I get for light. Another person will come from Ogun. Another person will come from so place. So that our own is that after talking to them like that, then we said, this is the best way for you to do it. You can do it by doing A, B, C, because we have seen it so place. The idea of doing shadow government is to get people equipped with the knowledge of what is governance and dividend of government they can get.
So that they will get idea.
And the whole, yes, and the whole, so that you stop listening from one. Like, for example, if you have a 2 earpiece, one left, one right, now you have a balance.
Hearing.
This, then the music will enter. So it's not supposed to be only hearing what government is saying. And the opposition are so weak. So now we have another place that we can now get another news.
Good.
So before, if I talk, for example, if you play this video that we have with you, then the people in the government will say, just leave them. Just conversation. But today, if you say, is the minister of shadow government, Ibrahim Hussein Abdukarim, minister of health, shadow government, that is now dishing you out and rolling out information, comparing them with the government. You have gotten a loan of so million naira from so, and the thing enter your account so date. You are supposed to do A, B, C, and D. Okay. And then we have checked. Because now we are giving information to the government and giving information to the donors themselves. So that they know that government has donated. Is it working or is it not working? So it's not about demarketing anybody. Why not demarketing anybody? And Mr. Peter, for example, used to tell me that some people that are his friends that are in government, now if they see him, they run away from him like click.
Why?
Because they don't want anybody to snap them and send to the main man and say, you see this one. So that's you just being with my enemy. You say, oh, you are now conniving with my enemy. Remove her. And this one is a system that everybody linked to government. People eat food by being close to government. So nobody wants to lose his privilege, including religious leaders and traditional leaders.
But talking about government, it's a bit of being a president. If you do the shadow government, so you do, because that's what a lot of people ask.
We go do more.
If you do, it's a bit of being a president.
Let me tell you what I told Peter Obi.
Okay.
And I told Pat Utomi. I said, Pat Utomi, anything you put up today, let me tell you what Dele Momodu said about Aswaju. He said, Tinubu, I will forgive Tinubu for anything he's doing, and I will not talk. But the only thing that makes me very angry is that because he is cracking down on people opposing him and also jailing reporters. He said, I was activist with him. They're supposed to be the number one people that enjoy this government because he come in the platform that we are in Adeko. We fought the military. So his action are not supposed to look like the military. So in Kenya, for example, opposition is an office. Anybody that comes second, they give him office of the opposition leader. And there is budget attached to that office. And they give him Ministry of Interior to be the office under opposition leader. In UK, this shadow government we are talking about are sponsored by British government so that they can criticize the government and get themselves ready. So that tomorrow, if this government collapses, immediately they take off government and continue. In South Africa, the person that now work together with ANC now to put up this government, he is the Minister of Agric. So opposition is something that gives life to democracy. Without opposition,
you think that lack of opposition, like cowardly, is on the side of anybody we don't want opposition?
Yes. Let me tell you what happened to Buhari. Just look at what happened to Buhari.
Okay.
As the first tenure of Buhari, Saraki that imposed himself and become Senate president become a threat to that government, and he refused to allow them to sign some things that he wants to do up to the end of his tenure. True of us.
Sure.
But when they come the second term and they get somebody that they want, Gov't now said he is even beyond overstep. That's the name we call him during his tenure as overstep, which this one, man, the 10th assembly, we don't even know get name we tell them because that one they don't pass overstep. So this one that you see, having somebody that will give you paper, even the National Assembly before, you see how they fought Obasanjo when Obasanjo wants to go for hot tap. At that time we have AIT, one program they used to focus Nigeria. Yes, everybody wants to watch that because they know that those people, they stood their ground for democracy to move forward. So when you now have one party system, everybody aligned to what president, nobody wants to cough because they feel like Mr. President will ask why you cough.
But do you not think that that's because the president is very intelligent? Just like people they talk, say everybody.
No, it's not that. No, that's not intelligent. No, I can't say no. That's not intelligent. No.
Only if they handle the crisis of ABC. ABC got crisis. They manage and that is not because of intelligence.
Let me tell you, it's not being wise.
Okay.
You understand? The president of Peru, Fujimoto, it's a history. You can Google it. He did the same thing what Aswaju is doing. He put everybody in one party system. He take over the judiciary, take over the legislators. Go to the end of the story. What happened? The country revolted. He took it. He went for exile. They caught him from exile. They jailed him. He died in jail. So what's being smart? Then carry it, come back to Rwanda, or go to other countries that develop. See, if you are wise, let me tell you what wise men do when you give them leadership. They try to unite their people. They try to bring things that people would now see it as a common goal and a common vision. Nobody will become president and buy a new yacht, buy a new aeroplane, buy himself a new motor, and then tell any other person to be patient. It didn't work that way. That's not the leaders we see anywhere in the world. When you go to Singapore, when you go to Malaysia, when you go to China, they roll up their sleeve and they go on the street and walk with the people. You see them showing empathy, not happy, not able to sleep when other people are being killed. I said, I have a house. And I said, Precious, I want to dash you my house.
Okay, sir.
You don't know what's inside my house, Precious. You don't know what I give you. Precious now, let me tell you, now Precious now wake up in the morning, sold her own house. He said, my friends, come and take chairs, take TV, take everything that you want before you even enter the house. And now you enter the house, you now see the house, no get chairs, no get plates, no get it. And I call you Precious, you are intelligent. This person, he has a time, let me tell you, he has a time to go into government, stay 1 month before the expiration of the what they call it, the subsidy that Buhari has is going to last till June. So that 1 month, at least you go inside. First thing you're supposed to do is that all of us in Nigeria, we agree, all of us, we agree that subsidy is a fraud. All the present country agree with that. But intelligent person would first do what? Let us see those people that are stealing with that subsidy.
Because once you get the power, you go see them.
Bring the money. You go see them. But you don't enter, you don't see them, you say you don't remove them. So who do you hide? Those people, where are they today? After 2 years, we see them today. They say 90% of that subsidy is fraud. Who are the fraud? Who are those who are doing fraud? Who are they paying? They say they're doing ransackle and some empty vessels used to go around and they pay them. Who is paying them? It's not from Nigerian account that they're paying them. It's not another account they put the money inside. That account, person know they, person know withdraw them. Who is that? Where is the person? Also today we are talking, where are those people? So if he's intelligent, let me tell you and give you another one. Same on subsidy. He's intelligent. From that day to today, they're supposed to tell us, as we remove this subsidy.
Updates with Precious.
Atiku is a good person. Atiku is a former vice president. But what we need now is not somebody that will sit in the villa to make appointments. We want a president that is having a presidential date that can do 3 states in a day.
But some of those movements that they make people be, they do. How they take down? You will go here today, like 4 5
I'm telling you, in my life. Some people tell him to even slow down. He said, if I slow down, I will fall sick. I've been doing this for the last 45 to 50 years.
Yeah.
He said that's a year. He do 5 years straight. He has 2 offices, one in London, one in Nigeria. He will do 4 days in Nigeria, 3 days in London. For 5 years with us keeping 1 week.
Yeah. Okay, Ibrahim. I beg, promise us you will come back.
I asked him, I said, why are you not going for vacation? He said, if I go on vacation, I'll fall sick there because I will not be doing anything. So he said, why I don't even have maid in my house? Because I want to keep working. So that I will go and get you tea, I'll come back. He said, before I know, I've done like 20 steps, 30 steps. He said, if you go to a doctor, how many steps? He said, you do like 5,000, 8,000 steps. So I said, that's why I want to do it. So that's why in my hotel, I prepare not to enter lift. I prepare to go down so that I'll be counting my steps. So that I will do some exercise and stay healthy. So we don't want somebody that will stay in the villa. You understand? Because from Buhari, it's only Obasanjo that time that was busy moving around. After Obasanjo, we don't have any president that you see him gain 3 days, 5 days in another state.
So, okay,
this is where we are.
Make we finish up with. But before we wrap up, this president will do 2 years in office in the next couple of days. He promised us he will come back at least first week of June. Make we talk about waiting we don't say because I know say by 29th of May he will reel out the achievements when they achieve and things when don't do for Nigeria. He promised us say he will come back after that in
no problem. I already given my life
on so that parallel guy that's a shadow government. He will come compare waiting in talks we don't do. Come compare to waiting he say he's supposed to do. Right. So that
I will even try to bring Pat Utomi to this platform so that you can come and talk to them.
Thank you. You go mean a lot. Yeah, but before I
very important point. You will be here.
Make I hear whether Chooks want to talk something. Chooks, very sharply, you want to say something? I know you've been.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can all hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out because obviously it's been quite interesting hearing Mr. Abdukarim speak. It's quite motivating to know that.
For the purpose of him and Mr. Chilaka, can you remind us your name and where you're calling from? So that.
Okay, I'm Chooks. I live in the UK. I was born here. I went back to Nigeria when I was 4, and I lived there until I finished secondary school. But I came back here. I'm still passionate about going back to Nigeria, but obviously, we know the security issues with Nigeria. So for me, it's the key thing is obviously I've plugged into what Mr. Abdukarim says, and I believe it makes sense. But I guess my question is, what is the call to action for everybody at this point in time? What do you see people doing? So you've had this session with Precious. What's the call to action? What next?
Okay, so Mr. Abdukarim.
Yeah. My one is that, as I said, is that people use mediums like this to first preach the gospel. Everything starts with talking. We are so quiet as a country. We are so quiet as the people, and people are not informed. People are not being pushed to start talking, because listening is one thing. You will have all the ideas, you keep them to you. Until you start talking and people start asking you questions, you start to know that at least I know something. So if you didn't talk, that's why in the UK and America and other places, verbal questions are very important than just putting people on paper for them to just tick whatever they want to tick. Professors wants to ask you so that they can have an idea exactly if you have already comprehend what we. And the argument people are doing is that they are afraid. Yeah. I know a lot of people that will say, well, you can't remove incumbents. Some people, knowing the history that we have removed some incumbents, but people said you can't remove candidate. It's the almighty Tinubu. You cannot do anything. The INEC is corrupt. The police is corrupt. But what I always tell people is that keep talking. from now to next year this time, any space you get,
Keep talking.
any platform you get, say something, give people hope and confidence. All the places that the small reading I used to do, if I'm reading about medieval, and I see change in what happened to a country, maybe in when war is like a small piece. You find the story coming from one person not agreeing on how the country or the community is being run. He started to isolate himself. He put up an idea. He get one person that he now discussed that idea with. Two of them agree. They now start to now push that idea to other people to understand what he wants to do. Then it will now become up to the level of revolt and then changing the system that they have. So I think any other place, even including when you look at religion, you look at the stories in the Bible and the Quran, you all see the same direction and the same format. What God equipped this his prophet with is about them to start talking. Once the talk is out, the ideas are going to keep shaping. So I think this thing that we're going to do on the issue of what they call it, shadow government, we really want to make sure that at least we equip Nigerians with a lot of knowledge on how they are being governed and how to challenge people that are not governing them well. And number two, we want to recruit more people into the platform through the big tent and the big tent. So we're having a seminar in the next 2 weeks or so in Lagos, and then once we finish, we put up what we want to do, and we now go out to the society to talk to them on some of the nitty-gritty of the action we want to take and what we want to do. Apart from that, I think I will bring my boss, Mr. Pat Utomi, to help add more words to what we are trying to catch up with. But at least it's open to a lot of ideas. This is what we have. The first stage we have is this the 7.2 million match we have got just to bring attention of the government. But the next step that we took for us to make sure that we do what we want to do is to put up this shadow government and see what we can do. And thank God, government has really what they call it. Government has respond to our call. So I think it's just for us to continue.
Thank you. So we have Mr. Ola calling us from Chicago. Mr. Ola, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome, sir.
I texted you. Yeah, welcome. I texted you. I don't know. I don't want you to miss it.
Okay, so you have to tell me what's in your text.
Yes, I greet Chilaka and your excellent guest.
Excellent guest, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so happy to hear what he's saying. You know, my problem is I'm always scared of Nigeria elite. Any president who is coming to favor the masses, are they going to allow me to rule the country? That's my problem. Before the election of 2003, I campaigned for Obi. And next election, I'm still coming home to campaign for him. There's no how these people will continue rule us like this. That's my problem.
All right.
Please, what can we do?
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Abdukarim, his concern is that anybody will mean good for Nigerian masses, it be like say the political class need to let the person do that work. So say whether since if we say person mean good, say person will mean good, what's the possibility say they go allow that person even come join government and to work for the people, for the good of the people?
I think nobody is it do it as what you used to say. Nobody gives you
you snap it, grab it.
Updates with Precious.
Okay, so let's let you wrap up very quickly since you've promised you'll be here again in the next 1 month, basically. So I could let you wrap up.
So I don't have much to say. I think so my parting shot is that Nigeria belongs to us, and Nigeria is moving towards a one-state state capture, as we said in our big tent, and it's our duty of all of us to save the country. It's a clarion call to almost all of us. It's not going to be easy to fight the criminals that comes around government, but it's going to be good. That is a good fight for all of us. At least we participated in the fight. I sit with a lot of people that I know, both friends and people that I work with sometimes. They are in the National Assembly. I know their discussion. If you sit with them, you will never hear any developmental activity or conversation. What they are talking is how they are going to pad, how they are going to do constituency project, and that how constituency project is going to end up in their pocket. And they even challenge each other. You see them if you are House Committee on where Chairman House of Representatives and Appropriation, you are a big boy. You see some of your colleagues even coming to your office to sit down on the floor, booking appointment to see you, so that they'll put some money for them in their constituency project for them to make some money. So these are the countries that we know. That's why things are not working.
Now we don't talk this one and no vex. I beg, what's what they do to make sure say on a shadow government will begin put eye, especially from the next.
That's the reason. That's what we're trying. That's what we're doing.
I don't tire to see us buy spoon, computer, laptop, fan, fridge, all of bed. Every year budget. This things they know they rotten, they know they spoil.
Let me tell you, that budget that you have seen,
please.
That budget that you have seen, they are not going to implement even 10%. That's what the truth.
They carry the money.
Well, it's a daylight robbery to Nigeria. But it's not for us just come and keep saying it. What we just do is that we keep enlightening our people, put up our shadow government. Some of them are going to be bought in by the Tinubu people. Those that are hungry. Those that are going to stay. They are going to stay and continue doing what they are doing. We have a country. It's a system that this escapism that I'm talking about. A lot of people are hungry, and the government staff almost everybody. The last money government gave out for contractors was October last year. So if you do a contract for federal government between October and today, ask how many months, how much have you been charged by your bank? You understand? So you have the money that you're going to even collect has already, you have already putting pressure on it because maybe you collected money from bank to go and do the contract and things like that. So you end up even collecting the money without even having any gain. Not talking about the kickback that you have already given to other people before you collected the contract. So the whole country is already in a mess. So, but what we want people to understand, yes, it is a mess, but all of us are going to. Let me tell you what helped India and China is the diasporans, the China, India, and any other country that have seen that have now moved forward, is that they have a very strong diaspora system. And once they have a chance, like what we have now in 2027, the diaspora will now give a full support because they are the ones that are going to run the country because they know how to work in a decent society. Any other person that is here in Nigeria, he already used to working in a bar. So that's why I said, if somebody said you come and work for experience, I ask people which experience. They say we want somebody that has experience. I ask them which experience. 1999 to date, we don't move forward. So which experience you want the person will come to? Which experience you want to bring? You say you want somebody that has which experience? So the idea is that the experience we are talking about is people that work in decent places outside the country, that knows what it takes to build a company in Silicon Valley, knows what lithium battery and solar panels will do to the energy system of this country. These are not people that will now go and buy battery and inflate the money because no, it's somebody that will start thinking on how he will bring solar panel company here so that at least we move to the next level of where we want. People that knows how to make money by solving people's problem, because all this problem you see aligning in Nigeria, seeing it in front of us, it's money, it's opportunity, it's opportunity. Because once you solve them, you become rich.
You make money.
So my parting word is that we should believe in our country. Any other country that we have seen today, shining and looking bright, they pass through where we are today. They have this kind of leadership that we have today. They have this kind of mindset that things are not going to get right as we see it today. But by special grace of God, with some few people committed to the advancement of that country have moved forward. Look at Brazil. You know how corrupt Brazil was before this time around. You'll be shocked when they tell you about Brazil. But look at where Brazil is today. So I think what I just want everyone that is here is that we should believe that we have a country and it's the duty upon all of us, whether it's achievable or we see it unachievable, or let's keep trying to see a better Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim Abdukarim, the DJ of Big Tents. Thank you so much as your obligers. It means a lot to me. And excerpts of which you don't talk, I will make sure say I cut them out. Make a put them different places. Tweet out, TikTok, or everybody. Make them hear such excerpts so that they go fit. Make it a ring for their head. Not believe they dance, go they dance for TikTok. Make them hear better thing. Give them wisdom.
I'm more especially TikTok and Facebook.
Trust me, I know I could that. Now only politics and talk as for my life. This mouth are my natural resources. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And just also let you know, if it gets to that time where you have to go to communities like where you need to sensitize people in pidgin English, please, that's my forte. I'm willing to dedicate myself to talking to people and addressing them and fighting to get our country back. Anything I can do, in any way I can contribute to get back this country. In terms of what I will use my mouth to do, I'm ready to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Updates with Precious.